the town meeting for funds that you will look for, that will be required for this project in the spring town meeting. So the words I use is you get 2 bites at the apple. You're approving the selectmen and the evaluation committee to move forward and have discussions with the developer, if those are acceptable, and I need another 3 minutes.
A motion to extend time for 3 minutes. All those in favor, please indicate. I heard a second. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? No. You have 3 minutes.
Thank you. As I was saying, the results of the evaluation committee will go to the CPC. The CPC will bring an article forward in the spring, and you will have an opportunity to determine whether or not you want to fund this project. When I look at this project, this is one of the best projects I have seen in the state. Thank you. There are some very clear benefits to the community. Yeah, I hit the wrong season. Let me go through it because I think I know what they are. This provides 200 units of affordable housing that is needed in this community. Needed very badly in my estimation, and I can go through some facts and figures that show you why. Secondly, it brings in $25 to $45 million of funds from the government, federal government, state government, to help you build this project. Third, it provides you, it will generate between $4.8 and $7.6 million of funds, additional taxes and additional fees that will help you offset some of the problems that you and every other community in Massachusetts is experiencing right now. And finally, this helps you get to your 10% goal that you can deny future 40B projects. My final point is this is a very opportune time for you to make this decision. We're all aware how bad business is. We're all aware that construction companies are hungry. They have given you 5 very attractive proposals, and it's your option as to whether or not you want to choose them, and if you do, which one you choose. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please refrain from your expressions of approval or disapproval. Is there something further to be said on the article? Mr. Chairman of the FinCom.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator, ladies and gentlemen. I move to amend the Article 2 to reflect the negative vote of the Finance Committee. We voted 3 in the affirmative, 5 in the negative, and no abstentions.
What is your motion?
To amend the Article 2 to reflect the negative vote of the...
No action, further study, indefinite postponement. Your recommendation is favorable action, but obviously is in the negative.
I guess we're going to have to do further study, though I have to admit that further study is difficult.
What was the... That's a good question. I understand the question. Did the Finance Committee take a vote for either further study or indefinite postponement or no action?
We voted in the negative.
You voted favorable action in the negative.
We voted... That's what I tried to explain earlier. I guess I didn't get. That's exactly what we did. We had a favorable motion, and we voted in the negative on the favorable motion.
Okay. You're making a motion to do what?
I'm making a motion to reflect the negative vote of the Finance Committee as it pertains to...
I don't think you can speak on behalf of the Finance Committee at this point in time. If you want to make a motion, you can make a motion.
That's what I did originally, I thought. I apologize.
What is your motion? My
motion is what I thought I made originally, and that is I make a motion to reflect the vote of the Finance Committee, 3-5-0. And
okay, ladies and gentlemen, please. I'm going to try to state this another way. I think what you want to do as an individual is make probably a motion for further study, although I understand you say you're hesitant to do that. I don't think you can make a motion on behalf of the Finance Committee, because they voted favorable action 3-5-0. And that's what's recorded as the recommendation of the Finance Committee in the warrant. But if you want to, please, ladies and gentlemen, but if you want to make a motion as an individual for further study, or indefinite postponement, or no action, you have the right to do that, and if somebody seconds it, that will become a motion for amendment, and then we'll discuss it.
All right, that's fair enough. I would make it then for indefinite postponement.
Second.
Motion for indefinite postponement, seconded. You have the floor.
Okay. Thank you. And I knew that issue was going to be confusing, and again, I apologize. I was one of the no votes on this for several reasons. First of all, when we were asked to vote on this, we didn't have the final bids. They weren't in hand. They were to come in 2 days later. So we were being asked to vote on something where we didn't know what the financial impact might be. So we're the Finance Committee. We should be able, and we should, look at the financial consequences of something of this magnitude. The second observation I'd make is when the votes came in, when the bids came in, the spreadsheet that we received, which you may or may not have.
Set the timer, please. Oh, never mind. The clerk's taking the time. Go ahead. Sorry for interrupting.
Suggests that there are 5 bids. We keep hearing that. But in reality, let me just read one bid. Less than $500 a month, 5 units. Another one, 500 with the same developer. 75 units from $501 to $1,000, and greater than $1,000, and I wish this were true in Wareham, 46 units. So it's 5, 75, and 46. Now, if that's affordable housing, it doesn't seem so to me. As I said, I wish it were so, but it's not. So I say, well, strike that one. And there are two more that are very similar, where you have 14 and 12 of less than 500 a month. And with considerable numbers in between 500 and 1,000 to over $1,000. You only have 2 bids. You don't have 5. At least that's the way I see it. The other thing is, I used to sit on the Housing Authority many, many years ago. And one of the things I learned was that the elderly people wanted to be downtown for a lot of different reasons, and I think most of them are probably fairly clear. They want to be close to the banks, they want to be close to Town Hall, want to be close to the library. I went to Agawam Village, and I talked to the seniors there. And maybe I'm misreading it, but I don't think so. If we were to build 40 new units, take the CPC money and build 40 new units there, or provide the funding, then we could move the people over to the new units. Everybody would still be downtown, and we have 40 more units. I don't see any problem with that. And it goes back on my experience that we had back when I was in Marlboro. The other thing that I would point out is that in the spreadsheet that we were given, it says here that excise taxes at $200 a car will give us an increment of about $60,000 a year in this $250,000 a year that's coming in. But what if the people are already here? What if they already live in Wareham? Which is probably likely to be the case. We're not going to get the increment. So you just dropped $60,000 out of here. And the amount of money we're going to get, supposedly, is going to be reduced. This is, if it's complete, and I'm assuming it is complete, doesn't provide as much income to the town as we're told that it will provide. That bothers me. But I get back to the seniors. The seniors themselves that I have talked to have said to me they would prefer to stay at Agawam. Now, I know what's going to be said. We can't do anything at Agawam because it's a state facility. Give me a break. If Westfield goes down, and the Finance Committee, even the people who are proponents of this, got behind this, and if the selectmen got behind it politically, Agawam would, in fact, receive funding.
You have 1 minute.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Would receive funding to build the new facilities, remodel the old ones, and would wind up with 40 units downtown, where the seniors want to be. Talk to them yourselves. Some of you were there. I talked to you. The other thing that I would point out, 5 years ago, the